see if I can get this to work. Yeah, very good. I'm excited about our talk. This is going to be a conversation about Evergreen, about the work we're doing, about where we are in terms of the college and its renewal initiatives, and also a way of acknowledging there's so many people that are working very, very hard to ensure that Evergreen thrives, as we all want it to. So where are we? Well, let's go to a slide that talks about overall enrollment, because that's something that many of us are thinking about. Some of us are obsessing about it. And I happen to be one of the obsessive types. You can see the bottom of the chart. We have 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Oops.
History could pivot in this hallway right now.
Oops.
Evergreen and most institutions are built on a racist model, and Evergreen claims to not be part of that process and has done very damaging things to its students of color, particularly its black students. And so we are here demonstrating taking student control over an institution that we're paying to be at to make sure that our needs are being met.
Oops. Then there's the events of 2017, and those clearly contributed to the big drop-off. Don't know quite how much. It's the tail of this distribution on the right that excites me. Let's blow it up. So last spring, 2017, 18, last spring, we projected an enrollment for this year of somewhere between 3,000 and 3,100 students. The exact number was 3013. It could be as low as 3,100 students. Right now, we're looking at this year to have an average annual FTE of 3,125. We beat the projection. That's really good news. Things are getting better. And I will tell you, when I shared this number with legislators, I can say this, Jeremy, right? Where is Jeremy? Right there. The head of the House Higher Education Committee, sitting in his chair, raised his hands and said, "Fantastic!"
The things I do for love.
Fantastic! Let's look for fall. Well, it's not fall yet, but we have applications. So I want to go through the application numbers that we're seeing coming in. So what we see in our application numbers is a beginning of a trend. Now, one could argue, well, you only have 1 year. How could it be a trend? I'll take it and I'll call it a trend.
As a matter of fact, just last week, an email was sent to at least 30 particular faculty and staff from one member of the Evergreen faculty that did the calculations based on last year. And I quote, "Currently, 213 freshmen have registered, so the college's new predicted number for freshman enrollment for fall 2019, based on the enrollment rate, is 256. Note, at this same time last year, 257 freshmen had registered, which turned into 309 freshmen butts on seats in fall 2018. This is just raw numbers calculated by a scientist and not doctored by the marketing department, the Department of College Relations.
So we can expect that we won't see a jump to 4,500 students in the next 2 years. It will take time. But it's incremental, and it's 100 or 200 students a year increase every year once we get the big classes out, once we graduate them successfully. Yeah, I know. Once they experience academic success at the college and graduate. And we will then see incremental increases in overall enrollment. So it's going to be slow. But every step we take to improve enrollment now, every measure we undertake to increase our applications will translate, in all likelihood, in more enrollment every fall. It could be a lot more or less. It's a cyclical process. Another emphasis in our renewal has been reputation enhancement. Excuse me.
Come back, George.
Excuse me. What if there was no Evergreen here? What would be the impact on the community? Simple. A loss of $200 million of economic output in Thurston County alone, a loss of 1,600 jobs, a loss of $12 million of tax revenue to the county, and a loss of $109 million in spending in the community by students, faculty, and staff. Huge.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
Now, I didn't bring my cell phone. Has anyone got a cell phone here? Right. So, you know, you're using your cell phone and you're reading an article, say in the New York Times, the Seattle Times, and suddenly there's a pop-up ad that encourages you to click on it and buy something or go somewhere else. I hate those. So we're doing that now. I know, it's kind of sleazy. But it's a competitive market, right? It's a competitive market and it's a true story. Fox News, my least favorite network.
Time now for campus craziness, and tonight the title is not an overstatement, it really is crazy. Consider Evergreen State College in Washington.
The local affiliate wanted to do a piece on Evergreen. If you look at the piece, it's just Google Evergreen Q13.
Geoduck Beach is a quiet oasis for wildlife and at times a classroom for students at Evergreen State College in Olympia. It's the highlight on campus for Vice President of College Relations Sandy Kaiser.
We're the largest campus in the state of Washington. We have 1,000 acres.
But the scenic landscape here once looked like this. Racial tensions mounting to this.
I'm on my way to Evergreen University now with a .44 Magnum. I'm going to execute as many people on that campus as I can get a hold of.
The college shut down for 2 days. Graduation moved off-site.
I think we were really blessed that nobody was hurt. You know, at so many campuses, people are getting shot.
Here's a student who's in preview day working with Aaron Rust, one of our admissions counselors who's now moved to SPSCC. What I love about this picture is the woman in back. That is the mother who has this very skeptical look on her face. And I have to tell you this story. At preview day, I make some opening remarks and welcome people. And after I finished, you know, for 5 minutes or something, she came up to me, right in my face, 20 questions. It was just this very intense experience. The mom was very concerned about her going to Evergreen, and her daughter was convinced this is where she's going.
Didn't you educate us on how to do like this? It was you that taught us that in class. All right, though? You taught us to go and change the world. Ain't that what y'all sell on the Evergreen State College page? So
I love this picture. It captures the mom's anxiety. I think by the time she finished the day, she was less, intense. And I love the smile on her daughter's face. The takeaways are these. The numbers are looking good. That's one. 2, there's uncertainty about what enrollments will be like and what our budgets will be like. We're going to have to work through that, and we have to be cautious. 3, we have an incredibly resilient team. Group of people who are very dedicated not just to their own jobs, but to the college and its mission, and working through the big storm just as we work through the snowstorm.
As for the dedication of the faculty, last week, these two emails came out within days of one another. The first one was the administration offering the faculty the opportunity to combine a Faculty Foundation grant and a leave without pay in spring 2020. Again, the administration is offering faculty to take leave without pay, and then a couple days later, the head of the Department of Inclusive Excellence and Student Success, which is the new name for the Department of Diversity and Equity, sends out her plan to expand the administration equity push by hiring a dean for inclusive excellence and student success, a faculty fellow for inclusive excellence and student success, and a full-time office support in the Office for Inclusive Excellence and Student Success. Now, if you think that these two might be a little tone deaf within 2 days of one another, you might be right, you might be wrong. Who knows how the faculty take this, if not in stride?
Resilience, dedication, optimism. We will make it through the big storm. It will take time. It takes hard work. But you all know how to do that, and you all do it really well. We just need to keep working and investing in these initiatives. They will pull us through. Thank you. I'm going to stop and take questions. You should strike the word sleazy. I didn't say that. I'm sure I didn't. I'm in real trouble.
One more thing before we wrap this up with some cats. There was that Evergreen alumni Facebook page where alumni could discuss with one another what's going on in their lives and what's going on at Evergreen. And somebody posted one of my videos, and a professor came after me and accused me of being a shill for advertisers and a bunch of other nonsensical claims, which she refused to back up with any actual evidence. And then a few days after that, one member of the group posted the video that I've just edited down, which I had requested from the college, but never received word back on whether or not they could get me this video, which is public property. Well, this video was posted onto that Evergreen alumni page, and very shortly after that, whoever runs this page was told to shut it down, and I quote, "Thank you for sharing your thoughts, opinions, photos, and insights over the years. Unfortunately, Alumni Programs does not have the staff capacity to moderate group discussions on the Evergreen Alumni Facebook group page effectively. Under what circumstances is it their job to moderate the speech of alumni? Furthermore, they are state employees. Their job is not to moderate the speech of state citizens or of people who went to Evergreen. They want the state to pay them money and the state citizens to leave them alone. Additionally, I've heard that the Faculty Agenda Committee just might allow the faculty to have a discussion about the performance of George Bridges, but I highly doubt that they will allow a vote of no confidence to occur. Furthermore, I've also heard, and this is a rumor, and you can't substantiate it because this is all hidden, this is, again, a state institution that's hiding its inner workings from the citizens of the state. I heard that George Bridges has 2 years left at the college, so apparently he's under contract, for whatever reason, to do whatever he wants with this state institution. Who knows what he actually wants to do with this state institution? So stay tuned for more Evergreen leaks, or gooey leaks, I guess we should call it, because I am kind of like a phallic sea creature spitting out all the information that I can gather upon the shores of your interested attention. That all being said, here's some cats. Have a good day.
You okay, baby? She's Turtling. You turtling.